Put a cool jacket on, bro.
Do what you want, man. Alright, we can still talk. I can just edit shit too. So.
Sunglasses.
You ready? Alright, guys. So today, as you can see, we probably can't really see with this camera angle, but nonetheless, we're gonna be doing Rev9 Coilovers on a G37 rear-wheel drive sedan. You know, X. It is true rears. Like I said, we're using Rev9, so we'll probably start. I don't know if we're gonna do fronts or rears first. I got a rear in my hand, so we'll see. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get it jacked up, get it on the stand, and we're gonna take a quick smoke intermission. Got my buddy Will over here. What's your Snapchat? What's your Instagram? Shout yourself out. Hard ass E46. We'll get ourselves out.
It's Blue 3ER. Bluer.
Bluer. So yeah, I'm gonna smoke with my man Bluer real quick, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, so I just wanted to show you what the Rev9s kind of look like quality wise, I guess, if you want to. They are pretty decent looking. Sorry, light's a little funny. So they're pretty solid. What's up, Bobby? That's my dog Migo. What's up, man? And they do have dampening. These are the Hyper Street Basics. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, that's the front. This is the rear, like I was showing you guys earlier. Yeah. That's the jigsaw. Pretty soon I'll be doing videos where we getting this bitch back right. And it runs and everything. It needs a front tire, but yeah. Alright, so first we're gonna start off. We're just gonna loosen these top three top hat bolts. I'm not gonna take them all the way out. I'm just gonna loosen them so that when I do the bottom, you know, it won't completely drop on my hand. So we do that real quick. See, one will need extension. You do probably need an extension for this one. So the driver's side, you probably need an extension or at least a swivel and a small extension to get to, or just use a flex head wrench, ratchet wrench, whatever. You'd be good to go for that one. And that's that back one. On this side, you can get to that back one without stripping it. Just get on it good to begin with. But the front two, it's pretty damn easy to get to. Get all my tools out of this bag and put them up and away. Now the here. Alright, so on the front side, now we took the top three nuts off already so far, as we showed you. We worked on the end links. What's on this side actually? We'll show that in a second. But you do have a couple 12mm nuts to take off. I'm not 100% sure if you need to take those brake line brackets off from right here on the spindle, but it makes it a lot easier in my opinion, so I did so. Especially when it comes to taking that out, the coilover, the strut assembly itself, it'll make it a lot more easy. So also this one for sure you're gonna have to take off, and it also makes it easier to get that off too. So I took all three 12mm off. They're actually pretty damn tight, so if you're 3/8, like I was using the 3/8 snap-on, and it was giving it some little mini lugga-duggas for a little while, but just stayed on and it did come off. But yeah, other than that, here, I'll take the camera and I'll show them so I can get out the light. Hopefully, oh shit. Hopefully you can see, but end link right here. Bottom one's usually pretty tight. Like I said, I had one already replaced on that side, so it was a weird sizing, but it should be an 18 on the nut, and mine was a 19 here. You know, it's different on the other side. If it was aftermarket or replaced by anyone, it's going to be different, I guess. But do the one on the end link, on the sway bar itself first, and then do the one on the strut so there's no tension, don't break it. So next, just put your wrench here and your socket there for the bottom of the strut. Alright, now gotta get the stamp of approval on the driver's side from Meeks.
How's it looking?
Looking good? Looking alright? Yay, nay? Alright. Oh, this is even the Porsche cut, you know what I'm saying? Straight out the Euro Classic Porsche. Gotta drink coffee in class.
Sponsor us, Porsche.
Oh, give me that. Oh, Alright guys, so here's one of the stock strut assemblies for the front compared to a front Rev9 Coilover. At least how it's set up straight out the box height-wise. It's right out the box at least. It all looks the same obviously, but it's about 2 inches, 2.5 inches shorter as it's set up right now. Move, doggy. But yeah, I'm gonna probably be going a lot lower. I'm actually quite interested to see with the preload they give you out the box. Ooh, dog, you're blocking the light, man. With the preload they give you out the box, just how low. Oh, that's actually it right there. So this is maxed out for those. Whatever that's gonna be, I guess we'll see. I might have to end up swapping some springs with some Swift springs eventually, but just wanted to show you all the difference out the car. So let's get these put on here. I'm gonna take the other side off first, and then we'll start the install, which is basically pretty much the same thing in reverse, and it's a lot easier because it's a lot shorter. So let's get to it. All right. I didn't tell you guys to do this. I'm not saying I don't condone it, because yeah. But for all you stance boy fuckers, I can look at these out of the car compared to the stock strut from when I showed you guys at the beginning when I pulled the fronts out. That was actually maxed out. So, moved up. So I knew those weren't gonna go to my liking off rip. So I already know adjusting preload is gonna be kind of like my only option here. And I'm probably just gonna be getting different springs regardless. Damn it. Alright. This is the right way to do it, but I'm not being kind of lazy about it. So I'm gonna loosen this perch spring, which really isn't that tight. At least the driver's side one was looser, which doesn't make much sense. But yeah, I'm gonna start, lowering it with the preload nonetheless. Is what I'm saying. And I guess it can't be but so important seeing they didn't give them to me with the same preload on each side, so fuck it, I guess, right? I need my shit to be lower. So
and equally
preloaded too. So I'm gonna go ahead and start over with the preload and all that good shit. Especially seeing I'm gonna put different springs on them. So if you look at this, like I said, the way they come height assembly wise, they're not too much different. So I'm gonna be doing my lowering here with the preload. This is maxed out. So I'm just gonna put them basically snug for now. It's already done it with this one. And I'm gonna start from there. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these on now. Amigos, making sure the work's certified. We just got one of the front struts installed now. Let's see. So we use the jack obviously to bring it up to even height. Just line up your, the bottom of your strut mount for the coilover. I like to get these two of the, one of the outsides on each side of these brackets up there and loose so that it's there. Go up, put the end link bolt through, and then I went on tighten these two first and then tighten that down. But that's all you're gonna need to put it back in on that side, and be your 12s back up here on, your brakes. The Rev9s do come with the right side bracket, so it is left and right. So take a peek at that before you put it in. Don't screw yourself. That's just Rev9s though, but nonetheless, it's always good practice to look first. Don't fuck yourself. Yeah, moral of the story. But yeah, we'll get back with you in the rear soon. We're gonna do the other side front, and then I guess decide what wheels we're gonna put on. What? Alright. Public service announcement. When you're working around animals, and make sure they're not up on your cars now, fellas. Come on, Mello. Super cool cabin, man. Ain't that right, buddy? We're gonna go ahead and lower down how the fronts sit, straight out the box without messing with any preload. And I guess I'll let you know if it's low enough for us. And you can make the same decision for yourself. And then if it's not low enough, we'll do what we said about the preload. Move, dog. Meeks, move. That looks like it. That's more. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay.
It's gotta settle.
It's still gotta settle. I'd say that's actually not too bad. I guess we'll probably leave it at that height, honestly. With the back coming down, it'll probably bring it to just to enough where I won't rub. Yeah, so I guess we're gonna tighten down these top hat bolts. All right, so now we're going to, like I said, tighten those top hat bolts while the car is on the ground. See, in the front two, I can usually get this right on. Snug, all snug. This back one, sort of like I said, so I'm gonna just take this one all the way down and do its first torque. That should be it for the front. As you can see, this is how the other side came out too. Alright guys, right. We're about to start the rears. The rears shouldn't take too long. Right here. But yeah, the rears really shouldn't take too long at all. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright guys, good morning. It's like 6:30 here, so I say good morning. But nonetheless, in the last part of that video, I said let's start the rears. It shouldn't take that long. Boy, was I wrong. So, not only did it not take a little bit of time, Rev9 sent me these coilovers in perfect condition, except one thing. One of the rear coilovers, the welded nut on the bottom of the strut mount to the coilover itself, was the wrong size, and the drill hole on the other side for the bolt to go through was the corresponding wrong size. They were like a 12mm bolt, but it was, you know, the stock suspension bolt was a 14mm size bolt, not the head, but like the threading, etc. So that kind of fucked me, and it was late when we were doing the coilovers in the middle of the night. Of course, I didn't bring my drill home from work. Had it in my hand, was like, I won't need that. Of course, I needed it. So, yeah, fruit for thought. You know, look at the coilovers, and just like I said in the beginning part of the video, don't fuck yourself. It's always good practice to check, you know, your parts ahead of time, etc. So do that. Make sure the two welded nuts are the same size and aren't like a 12mm one, and more so towards a kind of bigger, you know, beefier suspension bolt, being a 14mm. So other than that, though, went pretty good. Yeah. Alright guys, so this is the finished product. I did use, you know, the method of taking some preload out of the front. After I did that, like I put them in normal, but after I did that a little more, ended up now getting to the point where it's tapping up, or, you know, the up control arms a little bit. So I might raise it up a little bit more, but I'll probably wait till I get my wheels on there. That's where I'm at now in the stock 17s with a 215/55. It's a little pulled back right now. It's probably not the best spot for me to done this video. It sits probably about a ½ inch, maybe almost inch higher than that, but tucking tire for sure. But yeah, definitely got to work on getting it in the garage. So that's what I'm doing now. So I just thought I'd do a video while I'm out here in the light so you guys can see it. So yeah, that's how it's sitting now. Finished product shit.